Hello everyone, welcome. In the previous video I talked a little about red meat. In this video I will talk a little about the risks of aging healthily. Are there such risks? And what risks are they? Particularly for those of us who are beyond 50 and those who make an effort to preserve our health. Talking about these risks may seem like a bad joke. Let's then play a little about this subject. I want to talk to you about two types of risks of aging healthily. First, the risk for ourselves, and then the risk to others. Let's start talking about regular people like ourselves. If we have the good fortune to age healthily, and because we have good habits like our physical activity, there is the risk, for instance, of exaggerating and suffer the consequences of overtraining. I leave the link to the video where I talk more about overtraining, so I'm not going to go deeper into this subject here, but this is one risk that we, being healthy, sometimes, well, let's say, forget that we must be careful because we are not young folks or young people. So to keep our health, many of us, in particularly again those beyond 50, have to make some lifestyle options. Is there or not risks in those options and probable consequences, social consequences for us, those who make those options? Hey, let's go to the discotheque tonight. No, thank you. I like to go to bed early. Hey, try this cake. No, thank you. Thank you. I try to avoid sugar. Hey, do you think you are better than the others? No, I just respect my health a lot. With these examples, I hope to have made clear what I want to say. This subject may become somehow heavy, so I will go no deeper into this. And this is enough concerning regular people. Now let's enjoy ourselves a little talking about famous people. And no, I'm not referring to Mike Tyson, who had the serious risk to be put to sleep without willing so, but the other guy was kind enough not to do it in the end. I want to start talking about the risk for ourselves, for the person who we are talking about. Here I'm going to use, again, as an example, that guy that I consider to be the greatest athlete of all times, Novak Djokovic. In 2021, Novak was already a veteran athlete, a veteran tennis player with 34 years old. But he is special. Again, I'll leave the link to the video I made talking about Novak. Not only, but also about Novak. So he's special. He's a veteran and was already a veteran in 2021, veteran tennis player, but really healthy. So in that year, there were the Olympic Games, the Summer Olympic Games. And Novak in 2021 had not yet won the Olympic gold, which has always been one of his greatest goals in his career. But there were other things that marked that season, tennis season. In 2021, Novak won the three first major tournaments in tennis. The Australian Open, Roland Garros, and Wimbledon. So he was in the position to achieve two great goals for any tennis player in history. One, to win the four major tennis tournaments in one tennis season. So he won the three first tournaments. It remained the US Open of these four. But in 2021, there was also the Olympic tournament. And Novak wanted to win the gold, the gold medal. So he was a veteran tennis player, quite healthy, and had to make an option. And as far as I am aware, every one of his coaches, the experts that can give him some help, all of them asked him not to participate in the Olympic tournament. If not all, almost all of them, because they defended that he needed to rest to be able to compete in the US Open in his highest level. They all were of the opinion that if Novak participated in the Olympic tournament, he would be probably injured or in not as high a level as he could be in the US Open. So if he had not played the Olympic tournament, he could win the four biggest tennis tournaments in that season, which is by itself an immense achievement. There was not a male tennis player who achieved that since many, many years before. But Novak, again, is special, and he decided to risk and to participate in the Olympic tournament. He wanted the gold medal. He also wanted to win the four major tournaments in tennis in that year. But he wanted to accumulate that with the Olympic gold. He participated in the tournament, but it did not went well for him. He had physical, and not only, but physical problems, and he did not even win the third place in that Olympic tournament. So worse than that, when he went to the US Open, he was not even near his best. He reached the final, but in my opinion, he collapsed in the final. He was not able to play what he should be able to play. So, as a consequence of the risk he decided to make, that option, and probably that option was because he became a veteran tennis player, but quite healthy. So as a consequence, he did not win the Olympic gold, and he did not win the 4 major tennis tournaments in that season. To end this subject, I would like to talk about the risk for others. And here I will use as an example the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Mr. Biden has been president for more than 4 years now, and he is more than 80 years old, and he seemed quite healthy. So he had the good fortune to age healthily. But in 2024, we had a presidential election in the United States, and Mr. Biden had to make an option to present himself as a candidate to that election or not. And many advisors told him not to be a candidate, probably because they were already aware of some health issues. But Joe Biden, decided to risk. He aged healthily. He had been the president for the past 4 years. He decided to risk, and he won the primaries, and he was the Democratic Party candidate for the US 2024 presidential election. Well, things did not go as he has planned, and quite soon he was forced to renounce, to say that he was going to give the opportunity to another person because he had not the proper health conditions to be a candidate. So he was replaced by Mrs. Kamala Harris. Now, the risk here was to present himself as a candidate, not giving the opportunity in the primaries for another candidate of the Democratic Party to represent that party in the presidential election. Another candidate could have better conditions than Kamala Harris, not only to try to win the presidential election, but also to be a good United States president for the next 4 years. But this we will never know. Why? Because the man who aged healthily, Mr. Joe Biden, decided to risk, and this was the result. Next, you will be able to see a few images of my weight training session. It was a session focused on the chest and triceps. As usual, in this session, I also have 2 exercises for the abs, and I also ran a little in the treadmill, usually 10 minutes. It's getting cold here, and I like it because my body reacts well to the training sessions, weight training sessions with cold. One of those reactions is that my appetite, my hunger increases a lot. In the next video, I will it was requested to me by a dear subscriber to talk a little about fasting in the specific case of ladies. Now, if you like the video, please press the like button, comment, share this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.